Here are 5 detailing mistakes you don't want to make when washing your car. The first detailing mistake you don't want to make is using the wrong wheel cleaner to clean your wheels. Now what I mean by that is the last thing that you want to do is use a super aggressive degreaser to clean your wheels. Why? Well, it'll get the job done, but the thing is with strong degreasers, you never know if they're going to ruin the finish of your wheels. Now right here we have these beautiful gloss black finish wheels, and the last thing that we want to do is deteriorate the finish with a super strong cleaning agent like a degreaser. So instead, what you want to do is use a pH balanced wheel cleaner like our 𝗹𝗲 wheel cleaner gel. Now 𝗹𝗲 works great on all wheel finishes, whether you have painted, powder coated, glossy, matte finish wheels. It's gonna work great in all occasions. And the great thing about that product is that it's oxygen infused. And what that means is it's gonna help uplift all the corrosive brake dust, dirt, grime, and grease that's sitting on the finish of your wheel for that ultimate deep clean, but not just a deep clean, a nice high gloss finish. Now that we're done with the wheels, it's time to get into the wash. But before we do so, I'm gonna need some soap. Very convenient. Dishwasher soap, my favorite. Psych, you never want to use dishwashing soap to wash your vehicle with because they contain degreasing agents that can actually break down protectants on your vehicle. So if you have a wax, a sealant, or a glaze, consider it gone. The whole hood has protection right now. But let me show you guys what washing your car with dish soap will actually do to your vehicle's paintwork. So now we're gonna grab our dishwashing soap and we're gonna pour about 1 to 2 ounces into a clear bucket with water. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. 1, 2. And I'm gonna start wiping down the surface of the driver's side with the dishwashing soap. So now that we're done washing this side with our Mr. Pink, now I'm gonna do the exact same thing we did with the dishwashing side, which is rinse it off. So let me go ahead and rinse it off. After washing the passenger side with our Mr. Pink foam party, you'll notice that the water beading that was once there when we first rinsed the car is actually still there, as opposed to the driver's side, which we washed with the dishwashing soap. And you guys can see that the driver's side that we washed with the dish soap actually has no kind of water beading whatsoever, letting you know that there's no protection, and that's a terrible idea. Instead, what you want to use is a premium chemical guys pH balanced soap like our Mr. Pink foam party. Now this is a great alternative to a dishwasher soap because this is safe for your paintwork. It's not going to strip away any kind of protectants like your waxes, glazes, sealants, or even ceramic coatings. And it also contains a wax. So not only is it not doing that, but it's also enhancing your vehicle with a nice coat of shine and protection. When your vehicle has no protection, contaminants are more prone to sticking to it, like dirt, dust, debris, as well as water, making it harder for you to dry your car. By having protection on your vehicle, it's going to reduce the overall chance of contaminants sticking to your paint, keeping your car cleaner and shinier for longer. The next mistake you never want to make is making the mistake of not using enough lubrication when washing your car. Of course, that's what we're talking about today. So the last thing that you want to do is just, I see a lot of people do this. They get their soap, squirt it in there, get their wash mitt, dunk it in there, give it a good little splasheroo, and then just go straight to wiping down their car. Wrong. You never want to do that. You want to make sure that you use proper washing techniques that are available to you. So what I mean by that is instead of just going ham, just getting your soap and your wash mitt going straight to your car, you have to keep in mind that your car, it's super dirty right now. It's at its dirtiest at this point. So what you want to do instead is use proper lubrication. What I mean by that is you want to make sure that you first pre-rinse the vehicle with water, and then you want to also use a form of lubrication like a pre-wash, whether that be a foam cannon wash, a foam blaster wash, whatever you have available to you, and or a 2-bucket wash. So a 2-bucket wash, which I'll go ahead and grab my second bucket right now, consists of 2 buckets, 2 dirt traps. Those dirt traps go at the bottom of your bucket, and those dirt traps filter out any kind of abrasives in your wash water. So as you can imagine, from going back and forth from your vehicle to your bucket, you're gonna get dirt and grime on your wash mitt from your vehicle. You're gonna go to your bucket, go back to your car, pick more of that up, and then when you come back to rinse it off, you're basically just gonna be picking it back up and then back to your car, and it's just this endless cycle of scratches. So you never wanna do that. Always make sure that you use a 2-bucket wash, 1 soap bucket, 1 rinse bucket. That's gonna save you in the long run from scratches and swirls. So with that being said, let me go ahead and grab my 2-bucket method. I'll get my foam cannon set up. I'm gonna pre-rinse it, foam it, and then we're gonna move on to the next mistake you don't wanna make, so don't miss out. The next detailing mistake you never want to make is wiping in circular motions. Now here at Chemical Guys, we are an avid promoter of only wiping in straight lines. So the reason we recommend wiping in straight motions is so that if you happen to get anything caught in your wash mitt, like a branch, a twig, even a rock, and you start doing that circular motion, it's gonna mimic that scratch all throughout your vehicle, and guess what? Your car is gonna look like it has a Spider-Man wrap. You don't want that. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna go ahead and wipe in straight motions with our wash mitt, and we're not applying any kind of heavy pressure when it comes to wiping. Another thing that I don't recommend doing is going back and forth agitating one specific area. If you happen to find a piece of, you know, whatever's on your vehicle just a little bit too hard to remove, just gently just go over it with more soap, or you can actually knock it off with a pressure washer, or, you know, whatever you have to do. Just don't go ahead and do any kind of aggressive motions on your vehicle. And another pro tip I have for you guys is use the other side of your wash mitt. So right now I'm gonna flip my hand within the wash mitt, and then I'm gonna start using the other side to start tackling the windshield right here. And same thing, we're gonna do straight motions just to ensure that we don't inflict any kind of scratches throughout the vehicle. So as you guys can see, I'm still wiping down the vehicle with the same suds that I put on here with my foam cannon, which brings me back to one of the first points that I mentioned about not using the right lubrication. Whenever you just dunk your wash mitt into a soapy bucket of water and you just go straight to your vehicle, you're just gonna be grinding all the dirt and grime that's on there. So that's why it's best to invest in something like a foam cannon to ensure that you have the maximum amount of lubrication on the surface. That way when you're wiping, you're not scratching. Once you're done doing a section of your vehicle, it's best to always come back to your 2-bucket method. And like I said, we have our rinse bucket and we have our soap bucket. So what you wanna do at this point, we just did the hood, the windshield, and the roof. What I'm gonna do right now is actually wring this out outside of the bucket, just to make sure that we knock out any kind of debris that's caught within the water and the soap of the wash mitt. And then we're gonna put this back on. It's a very loud day today here in the city of Torrance, but we're gonna work through it. So after you do that, now you go into your your rinse bucket, and you're gonna go ahead and grab your wash mitt, and you're just gonna scrub it against the dirt trap sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Now, the reason you wanna scrub it against the dirt trap is because the dirt trap has small little grooves on the surface of it, which will help you actually knock off any kind of dirt and grime that's within the wash mitt or the noodles, to ensure that your wash mitt is clear before you go back to wiping down your vehicle. So now that you've rinsed it off, wring it out again outside of your bucket. And then you also want to make sure to inspect your wash mitt before you grab more suds. So right now I'm just going to take a look at it, make sure that there's nothing that sticks out, and it looks pretty clear. So we're just going to grab some more suds and continue wiping down the rest of the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back with you guys for the last detailing mistake you don't want to make. The last mistake you never want to make is using the wrong drying towel to dry your vehicle with. Now I see a lot of people, they'll use bath towels, they'll use small microfiber towels, but really nothing beats a quality premium chemical guys drying towel. So we're gonna get rid of that. And today we're gonna be using our Thirst Trap microfiber chamois drying towel. This thing is designed to dry your vehicle. So you can go ahead and throw it down. And then all you have to do now is simply pull it, and that's it. Your car is dry. And you don't have to worry about scratches because our towel is super soft, super plush, silk lined, and it's really the ultimate drying towel to dry your entire vehicle with. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of this car. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a huge like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and comment down below what other video ideas you guys want us to make. As always, my name is Joey, this is Chemical Guys, and I'll see you guys next time.